Did you know companies that prioritize strategic thinking are 3 times more likely to innovate successfully compared to those that don't? Quite a thought, isn't it? Welcome to another enlightening episode of Dr. Chris's Key to the Manager's Mindset video series. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of strategic thinking and its undeniably crucial role in fostering innovation. Strategic thinking, in its essence, is about making decisions that will shape the future. It's about looking beyond the present, recognizing opportunities before they become obvious, and taking calculated risks to innovate and stay ahead of the game. It's an art, a science, and a skill that can be honed with understanding and practice. In this video, we'll first explore what strategic thinking truly means, its importance, and how it significantly differs from operational thinking. We'll then delve into how strategic thinking and innovation are 2 sides of the same coin, each feeding into and enhancing the other. To illustrate these concepts, we'll share real-life success stories of companies that have used strategic thinking to fuel innovation, resulting in groundbreaking products, services, or processes. These examples will not only inspire you, but also provide practical insights into how strategic thinking can be utilized effectively. Finally, we'll walk you through the steps to implement strategic thinking within your organization, enabling you to foster a culture of innovation. We'll guide you on how to assess your current state, set clear objectives, create an actionable plan, and the importance of continuous monitoring and iteration. This video is not just about imparting knowledge, but about sparking a shift in perspective. A shift that can transform how you approach business, leadership, and innovation. So whether you're a business leader, a manager, or someone simply interested in understanding the dynamics of strategic thinking and innovation, this video is for you. Understanding and applying strategic thinking is a game changer for any organization looking to foster innovation. So let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Stay tuned as we unravel the power of strategic thinking in driving innovation. So, what exactly is strategic thinking, and how does it differ from operational thinking? It's a question that often crops up. Well, let's dive into it. Strategic thinking, in essence, is a holistic approach to problem solving that requires you to view your business landscape from a high vantage point or a bird's eye view. It's about forecasting the future, understanding the bigger picture, and determining how your actions today will influence tomorrow. In contrast, operational thinking is more about the here and now, focusing on the day-to-day mechanics of running a business. Now, let's talk about some key traits associated with strategic thinking. First off, we have long-term vision. Strategic thinkers always have the end game in mind. They consider the potential consequences of their decisions, not just immediately, but years down the line. They're able to visualize where they want to be and chart out a path to get there. Next up is proactive planning. Strategic thinkers don't wait for things to happen. They anticipate, they prepare, and they plan. They're always 2 steps ahead, looking out for opportunities or challenges that might be around the corner. And lastly, adaptability. In an ever-changing business landscape, the ability to pivot and adapt is crucial. Strategic thinkers aren't rigid in their plans. They are flexible, ready to make changes when necessary, and always open to new ideas. Now, you might be wondering, that's great, but how do I cultivate these traits? And that's where the mindset shift comes in. Embracing strategic thinking requires a change in perspective. It involves breaking away from the comfort of routine and challenging yourself to think creatively. It's about stepping out of the box and looking at things from different angles. It's not about predicting the future, but about making informed assumptions about where things could go. Remember, strategic thinking isn't a trait that you're born with. It's a skill that can be developed and honed with practice. It starts with curiosity, with asking the right questions and not being afraid to challenge the status quo. It's also about understanding the interconnectedness of things. Every decision you make has ripple effects, and strategic thinkers understand this. They see the links between different elements and how they influence each other. It's like playing a game of chess, where every move is calculated and every piece has a role to play. And finally, strategic thinking is about learning from the past to shape the future. It's about reflecting on what worked, what didn't, and why. It's about continuously learning, unlearning, and relearning. So why is all this important? Well, strategic thinking is the bedrock of innovation. It's what allows you to spot opportunities, anticipate trends, and stay ahead of the curve. It's what drives growth, fuels competitiveness, and paves the way for success. It's not just about doing things differently, but about doing different things. Indeed, strategic thinking is more than just a skill. It's a mindset. It's a lens through which you view the world, a compass that guides your decisions, and a roadmap that charts your path to success. So are you ready to embrace this mindset and unlock the door to innovation? Let's find out in the next scene. Strategic thinking isn't just about having a long-term vision, it's about fostering innovation. It's an essential tool that enables leaders and organizations to stay ahead of the curve, anticipate changes, and seize opportunities that others may overlook. But how exactly does strategic thinking foster innovation? Today we'll delve into this, exploring how strategic thinking can identify opportunities, align goals with innovation, and create a vibrant, innovative company culture. Firstly, strategic thinking is instrumental in identifying new opportunities. It's about looking beyond the current situation and imagining what could be. It's about questioning the status quo, challenging assumptions, and seeking out fresh perspectives. For instance, consider the rise of online shopping. Those businesses that strategically thought about the future recognized the potential of e-commerce early on. They saw the opportunity to provide a more convenient shopping experience, and they innovated to meet this new customer need. Their strategic thinking allowed them to identify this emerging trend before it became mainstream. Next, strategic thinking aids in aligning goals with innovation. It's not enough to have isolated bursts of creativity. To truly foster innovation, it must be woven into the fabric of your organization's strategic goals. This creates a clear framework for systematic experimentation and innovation. When a company's strategic goals are aligned with innovative practices, it creates a roadmap that everyone can follow. It means that every team, every project, and every initiative is moving in the same direction towards the same innovative vision. For example, if a company's strategic goal is to become a leader in sustainable practices, it might innovate by developing environmentally friendly products or adopting green manufacturing processes. This alignment between strategic goals and innovation not only fosters creativity, but also ensures that all innovative efforts contribute to the overall strategic objectives of the organization. Finally, strategic thinking encourages a culture of innovation. Leaders who think strategically recognize the importance of fostering an environment where new ideas are encouraged and calculated risks are welcomed. They understand that innovation is not a one-off event, but a continuous process that requires a supportive culture to thrive. In a culture of innovation, employees at all levels are encouraged to think creatively and propose new ideas. There's an acceptance that not all ideas will be successful, and that's okay. It's understood that failure is often a stepping stone to innovation. This culture of experimentation and acceptance of risk is crucial for innovation to flourish. Leaders can foster this culture by celebrating not just successes, but also the learning that comes from failures. Moreover, strategic thinking leaders promote cross-functional collaboration, recognizing that the best ideas often come from diverse perspectives. They create spaces where different teams, with different skills and experiences, can come together to brainstorm and problem solve. This collaborative environment further boosts innovation, as it allows for the cross-pollination of ideas and the development of comprehensive solutions that would not have been possible in silos. In conclusion, strategic thinking plays a pivotal role in fostering innovation. It helps in identifying opportunities before they become obvious. It ensures that innovation is not just an isolated occurrence, but is aligned with the broader strategic goals of the organization. And most importantly, strategic thinking fosters a culture where innovation is encouraged, nurtured, and celebrated. By embracing strategic thinking, leaders can effectively foster a culture where innovation thrives. They can ensure that their organization is not just reacting to changes, but is proactively driving change. They can create an environment where every employee feels empowered to contribute creatively, where every idea is valued, and where innovation is not just an aspiration, but a reality. So the next time you're faced with a challenge or opportunity, remember to think strategically. Look beyond the immediate, consider the broader context, and explore the potential for innovation. Because strategic thinking isn't just about planning for the future, it's about creating it. Many successful companies have harnessed the power of strategic thinking to drive innovation. Let's examine a couple of examples. Our first case study takes us to the tech world with a company that needs no introduction, Apple Inc. Apple's strategic thinking has always revolved around creating a distinctive user experience. Steve Jobs, one of the co-founders, was famously quoted saying, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower." This mindset propelled Apple's strategic thinking and led to the creation of revolutionary products like the iPhone, iPad, and MacBook. When developing the iPhone, Apple identified an opportunity in the market for a device that combined music, communication, and internet surfing capabilities. This strategic foresight, combined with a relentless focus on design and user experience, led to the creation of a product that not only dominated the market, but also defined an entirely new category of devices. Apple's strategic thinking did not stop at product innovation. They also innovated their business model by creating an ecosystem of products and services, including the App Store, iTunes, and iCloud. This ecosystem strategy has not only allowed Apple to create multiple revenue streams, but also to strengthen customer loyalty. Moving on to our second case study, we head over to the automobile industry with Toyota. Toyota's strategic thinking led to the development of the Toyota production system, a methodology aimed at eliminating waste and inefficiency in the production process. This approach, often referred to as lean manufacturing, revolutionized the automobile industry. Toyota identified an opportunity to improve efficiency by reducing waste and initiated a culture of continuous improvement known as Kaizen. This strategic thinking led to process innovations that resulted in increased efficiency, reduced costs, and improved product quality. Toyota's strategic thinking also extended to the development of innovative products. Recognizing the emerging trend of environmental consciousness and the potential for stricter emission regulations, Toyota developed the Prius, the world's first mass-produced hybrid vehicle. What do these two very different companies have in common? They both harnessed the power of strategic thinking to drive innovation. They identified opportunities in their respective markets, aligned their goals with innovative practices, and created a culture that encouraged experimentation and acceptance of calculated risks. Despite operating in vastly different industries, both companies adopted a customer-centric approach, placing the needs and desires of their customers at the forefront of their strategic thinking. They also embraced agile frameworks, allowing them to adapt quickly to changing market conditions and customer needs. These case studies illustrate how strategic thinking can lead to innovation when applied effectively. However, it's important to remember that strategic thinking is not a one-size-fits-all approach. Each organization must develop its own strategic thinking framework tailored to its unique circumstances and objectives. Strategic thinking requires a shift in mindset from focusing solely on day-to-day operations to envisioning the long-term future. It involves identifying opportunities, aligning goals with innovation, and fostering a culture that encourages experimentation and risk-taking. It's a challenging process, but as our case studies have shown, the rewards can be substantial. The examples of Apple and Toyota underscore the transformative power of strategic thinking. Through their innovative products and processes, these companies have not only achieved remarkable success, but also reshaped their respective industries. Their stories serve as a powerful reminder that strategic thinking coupled with a commitment to innovation can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Strategic thinking and innovation are not mere buzzwords. They are critical drivers of business success in today's rapidly changing environment. By adopting a strategic mindset, companies can identify new opportunities, create innovative solutions, and stay ahead of the competition. Remember, strategic thinking is not just for business leaders. It's a skill that can benefit anyone in any role, in any organization. So whether you're a CEO, a manager, or an intern, I encourage you to embrace strategic thinking. Ask yourself, how can I contribute to my organization's innovation efforts? How can I help shape its future? So let's get strategic, let's get innovative, let's shape the future together. Now that we've seen the power of strategic thinking, how can we implement it in our own organizations? Let's start by taking a long, hard look at where we are now. It's time to assess our current state, to understand the depth of our strategic thinking practices and our innovation capabilities. Ask yourself, are we proactive or reactive? Are we stuck in a routine, or are we challenging the status quo? Are we adapting to changes in the market, or are we holding on to outdated practices? This self-reflection can be eye-opening, revealing areas where we can improve and innovate. Once we've established where we are, we need to clarify where we want to go. We need to set clear, innovative objectives that align with the broader strategic goals of our organization. These objectives should be ambitious yet attainable, pushing us to reach beyond our comfort zones, but not so far that they become unachievable. They should inspire creativity and encourage us to think outside the box. Now, with our destination in mind, we need to map out our route. It's time to create an action plan. This plan should include setting up cross-functional teams that bring together diverse perspectives and skills. It should involve gathering the resources we need, whether that's funding, technology, or knowledge. It should also define key metrics for success, so we know when we're on the right track and when we need to adjust our course. But creating an action plan isn't enough. We also need to implement it, and that's where many organizations stumble. They get caught up in the excitement of new ideas and forget to put them into action. So, how can we avoid this pitfall? By breaking our plan down into manageable steps, assigning responsibility and setting deadlines. By making our plan concrete and actionable, we increase the chances of it becoming a reality. And finally, we need to monitor our progress and iterate our strategy. This is where strategic thinking truly shines. It's not about creating a perfect plan and sticking to it no matter what. It's about being flexible, adaptable, and ready to change our course when necessary. It's about learning from our successes and our failures and using that knowledge to refine our strategy. Monitoring our progress means keeping a close eye on our key metrics, but it also means listening to feedback from customers, from employees, from the market. It means being open to criticism and ready to make changes when needed. And iterating our strategy means taking this feedback and using it to improve. It means not being afraid to pivot, to try something new, to take a calculated risk. So, to recap, implementing strategic thinking for innovation involves 5 key steps. Assessing our current state, setting clear objectives, creating an action plan, implementing it, and monitoring and iterating our strategy. Each step is crucial, and skipping one can hinder our progress. But remember, strategic thinking isn't about quick fixes or immediate results. It's a long-term approach that requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to learn and adapt. It's not always easy, but the rewards can be extraordinary. From new products and services to improved processes and increased efficiency, the possibilities are endless. Remember, strategic thinking isn't a one-time activity. It's a continuous process that requires constant monitoring and iteration. With strategic thinking at the core of our operations, we arm ourselves with the ability to foresee, plan, and innovate, ultimately driving our organizations towards success. So, we've seen how strategic thinking can be a catalyst for innovation. This powerful tool can help us identify new opportunities, align our goals with innovative practices, and create a culture that encourages experimentation and risk-taking. We've delved into case studies that have successfully intertwined strategic thinking with innovation, leading to product developments, market expansions, process innovations, and more. Remember, the key to success lies in the balance between customer-centric thinking, agile frameworks, and consistent monitoring. To implement this in your own organizations, start by assessing your current practices. Set clear, innovative objectives that align with your broader strategic goals. Develop an actionable plan, gather resources, and define key metrics for success. Continually monitor your progress and iterate your strategy based on feedback. I look forward to hearing about how you plan to leverage strategic thinking to foster innovation in your organizations. Remember, innovation isn't a destination, it's a journey, and strategic thinking is your compass. Thank you for joining me today on this journey into strategic thinking and innovation. We've explored how this crucial mindset can directly fuel the fires of innovation, driving businesses forward in new and exciting directions. We've dissected the traits of strategic thinking, how it fosters innovation, and even looked at real-world examples where this approach has led to remarkable success. But as we've seen, strategic thinking is not a static concept, but rather a dynamic process, one that continually evolves and adapts to the shifting landscape of business and innovation. It's a journey, not a destination, and one that requires constant nurturing and development. The beauty of strategic thinking lies in its flexibility. It doesn't matter if you're a startup entrepreneur or a seasoned business leader, it's a tool that can be honed and utilized to great effect in any situation. It's about seeing the bigger picture, understanding the nuances of your market, and having the foresight to anticipate change and adapt accordingly. And when it comes to innovation, strategic thinking is the match that lights the spark. It's the catalyst that drives new ideas, fosters creativity, and ultimately leads to breakthroughs that can transform industries and even our lives. Remember, innovation isn't just about creating something new, it's also about improving existing processes, products, and services in ways that deliver more value to your customers. And strategic thinking provides the roadmap to guide these improvements, ensuring that they align with your long-term goals and vision. So as you go about your day, I encourage you to reflect on what we've discussed in this video. Think about how you can incorporate strategic thinking into your daily routine, how you can foster a culture of innovation within your organization, and how you can leverage this powerful tool to drive growth and success. And of course, if you found value in this video, please do like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from these insights. Your support goes a long way in helping us create more content like this. But our journey into strategic thinking and innovation isn't over yet. In our next video, we'll be diving even deeper into these concepts, exploring advanced strategies and tactics that can help you take your business to the next level. We'll look at how you can leverage strategic thinking to identify new market opportunities, how you can foster an innovative culture within your organization, and how you can measure and track your progress towards your strategic goals. So, make sure you don't miss out on these valuable insights. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when our next video goes live. And before we part ways, I'd love to hear from you. How are you planning to use strategic thinking to drive innovation in your organization? Which strategies resonated with you the most? Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. Stay tuned for our next video where we'll dive deeper into the world of strategic thinking. Until then, keep innovating.